Okay, in this next step we're going to start applying our buffers. The rules state that the skunks are going to be found within 3 kilometers of a developed area and within 500 meters of a stream. So I've just got those 2 layers turned on here. We're going to search for and open the buffer tool. And the analysis version is just straightforward. Our input features, let's start with the developed. So we want our developed in towns. This should be defaulting to my dry run folder, and it is. And I'll call this developed town 3 kilometer. So just, using some kind of abbreviation, but trying to keep things short. Linear unit, we can do this 3 and then change it to kilometers, or you can put in, like I said, 3,000 meters, doesn't matter. So you do need to pay attention to these a little bit. I tend to leave these guys, for my standard buffers. Dissolve type, though, is something you should pay attention to. If you don't dissolve at all, you're going to get a different buffer for every feature. So each one of these polygons in here, there are 220. You're going to get a bunch of different looking buffers for each one of those records. If we dissolve all, then all the overlapping records that are within this clump of developed town union is just going to give you one nice clean buffer around that. So I would recommend for this step dissolving all. As a second step, you could run this and dissolve none, and then run the dissolve tool and kind of merge them all together, but we can just save a step and do it this way. Go ahead and run that and close. So now it has put a 3 kilometer buffer on all of our, and we can change the order here and just see that we've got a 3 kilometer. And if I grab my measure tool, we'll make sure it's measuring in kilometers just to keep it nice and simple. We can kind of do a rough measurement here, and you can see it's 3.2. Well, that's just because I am measuring in a really brusque way. So approximately 3 kilometers. So our buffer is the right distance. It has merged and given us a nice clean padding around all of our developed areas. So this purple lavender area is where we would expect the skunks to fall according to Lepu's rules. Now let's go ahead and do our 500 meter buffer on the streams. So I'm going to turn this off just to keep it nice and clean so we can evaluate our results. You should be able to do this without any help. We're going to input our streams, put in 500 meters. Let's go ahead and dissolve all again just to keep things presentable. Might take a minute. Okay, and when that finishes, you get a little buffer around our stream area, and we can test that by using the measure tool. Just make sure that we're doing it right. Change this back to meters, and we should get a roughly 500 meter buffer on this, and that's what it is. So within 500 meters of a stream and within 3 kilometers of a town or a developed area. All right, so I will pick up here in the next part.